Good day everyone. I am Kaberk Narissa May and I'm from BTBT GFT2B. Now, I will discuss how to compute the grading system of the PED. So, as you can see, we have here, I hope you see it, we have here the names of student, which is Agrava Marie Eliza, Daradal, Claire, Juliette Wendell, and Humad and also Vinyas. So as we can see, we have the written work, which is 20%, the performance task 50%, and the major exam is 30%. So so the question is how we can get their initial grade and the final grade. First is we have the written work, which is 20%. So for us, what I have do is I have the 60 items, which is I divided it into two assessment, which is the first quiz or the first written work is at up to 30, and the second is also up to 30. So in the first written work, Miss Agrava get 24 correct answer, Deradal 23, Doliete 25, Humajo 24, and Ivaros Vinyas 23. And the second assessment or the written work, the total of 30. Also, Miss Agrava get 23, Deradal get 27, Doliete get 29, Humajo 29, and also Ivy Vinyas get 24. So what is the TS? So when we say TS, it is the total score. When we say PS, it is the percentage, and the WS is the weighted score. And how we can get the total score? Where did we get the 47, the TS of Miss Agrava? So first, we need to add all their scores, like Miss Agrava. In the first quiz or the work, written work, she got the 24 and the second is 23. So when we add that 24 and 23, we will get 47. So it is the same process with the score of Miss Deradal, Miss Doliete, Miss Umadchao, and Miss Vinyas. So how we can get the percentage? So of course, we have the total item or the number of items is 60%. So we will put 100 at the top. And how we can get the total of PS or the percentage score? So it has the formula, which is PS is equals to the TS divided to the total item of all times 100. So example, we have here Miss Agrava. She got 47 at the total score. 47. So we need to divide into the number of item of all, which is 60, and then we need to times it into 100. So that's the reason we get the 78.33. So same process also to the others. The scores of Miss Doradal, Miss Doliete, Miss Umadchao, and Miss Vinyas. So the next is how we can get the weighted score. So in the weighted score, we have also the formula, which is the percentage score is times to the total weighted score or the WS. So how we get the 15.66 of Miss Agrava. So based on the formula, the PS. So the PS of Miss Grava is 78.33. So we need it to divide to the percentage. So the percentage here is the 20% since written work is 20%. So we need to times, so multiply. 78.33 is multiplied by 0.2. So that's why we get the 15.66. So that's it. So, same process also to the scores of Miss Agrava, Mr. Dal, Miss Doliete, Miss Sumadchao, and Miss Vinyas on how we get their WS or the weighted score. So, next is we have the performance task. Here, I have only one performance task at the same time. So, at this performance task, we have the 50%. So, I give the 100% on the first assessment or in the performance task. So, of course, Miss Agrava get 84, Miss Dardal get 85, Miss Doliete get 90, Miss Sumadchao get 78, and Miss Vinyas get 83. So, in the performance task, how we did get the TS, the PS, and the WS. So, again, when we say TS, it is the total score. When we say PS, it is the percentage score. And the WS is the, what we call this, the weighted score. So, of course, in the total score or the TS, because we have the only one assessment or for performance task, we have the 100% above, which is the total score. So, of course, because it is only one, so all of their score will be same at the total score because we have only one assessment. So, how we get the PS? So, the percentage, of course, the same also because we have only one assessment. So, let's go to the WS or the weighted score. So, how we did get the WS or the weighted score? So, we have the formula which is PS is multiply to the total percentage of performance task. So, Miss Agrava has the 84. 84 times 0.5. So, that's why we get the 42. Same process also to the performance task of Miss Dardal, Miss Doliete, Miss Sumadchao, and Miss Vinyas. So, next, let's go to the major exam. We have also the 30%. So, the total score is 50, or the number of item of the major examination is 50. So, Miss Agrava get 45, Miss Dardal get 43, 44 of Miss Doliete, and 46 for Miss Sumadchao, and 41 for Miss Vinyas. So, the PS, of course, we have that, what we call this, the formula PS. So, PS is equals to the TS is divided to the total item of all. Of course, because it is 50, so 50, we will divide it into 50 and times or multiply to 100. So, that's the reason why we get the weighted score. So, how did we get the initial grade? So, we get the initial grade by adding all their weighted score from the written work to the performance task and to the major exam. So, that's the reason why we get the initial grade. So, having the final grade, we have the what we call this, the sequence of having this initial grade into the final grade. So, that's um, that's the process on how to get the grade or compute the grade from DepEd. Okay, so we have total of 100%, which is the written work is 20%, the performance task is 50%, and the major exam is 30%. I hope you learn something about the process on how I discuss on getting the initial grade and the final grade and computing grade from DepEd. So, thank you. God bless.